So, hi friends, welcome to Predict the Unpredictable series where I predict important topics for the UPSC Prelims 2024. Guys, today in this video, we will be giving some of the important topics which can come in the UPSC Prelims 2024 from the environment subject. Guys, my name is Santosh Pandey. I have cracked the UPSC Prelims examination 6 times and have the unique distinction of scoring one of the highest marks. You can see some of my mark sheets here. And guys, as far as prelims is concerned, environment plays a very important role. So today in this video, I will help you recap the most important environment topics as per the Government of India. So Government of India comes out with an year-end review for every ministry. And today we are going to review the important points which is brought out by the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change for the year 2023. So let us start, guys. So you can see the main points which is given by the ministry is year-end review. You can see here the first important point they are talking about green credit initiative. So this will be a very important topic for the UPSC prelims examination. We are going to cover it in depth. Next, we can see India has updated the NDCs, the nationally determined contribution. This is a very important point. Again, we are going to cover this. Then in G20, there are few initiatives related to environment which have started, which were Global Alliance on Land Restoration for Forest Fire and Mining, under Gandhinagar Implementation Roadmap and Gandhinagar Information Platform. This too is very important. Then Resource Efficiency Circular Economy Industry Coalition, RECEIC, very important, and high level principle for a sustainable and resilient blue economy based economy, which is HLPSRBE. So this is part of the G20. This is part of the G20. You need to remember this. Then guys, MISTI scheme for the mangroves initiative for shoreline habitat and tangible income. So protection of mangroves on World Environment Day last year. Next, International Big Cat Alliance. This is also again very important for preserving of big cats. So what are big cats? What all comes under big cat? So in big cat, tiger is also included. And next, State of Forest Report 2021 and the Parivesh portal for environment clearance. So let us now see all of these in detail. So the very first one is the Green Credit Program. So Green Credit Program was launched by Honorable Prime Minister on the sidelines of COP28. It is an initiative within the LIFE initiative or LIFE movement of Government of India. So guys, LIFE movement is a citizen-centric movement where we are focusing on individual, voluntary, environment positive action. So you can see here under this scheme, under this Green Credit Program, Green Credit Rules 2023 was notified on 12th October 2023 under the Environment Protection Act. This is very important that this Green Credit Program and Green Credit Rules have been notified under which act? So they have been notified under Environment Protection Act. These rules put in place mechanism to encourage voluntary environmental positive actions resulting in issuance of green credit. So for any voluntary action which are positive impact on environment, you will be issued green credit. So in the initial phase, voluntary tree plantation on degraded land, wasteland, watershed areas under the control and management of Forest Department will be done. So this is a very important scheme. You can definitely get a question on this topic. Here, one thing you need to keep in mind that the green credit rules are independent of the carbon credit trading scheme. So these two are different. These two are independent of each other. People may get confused between the carbon credit trading scheme and the green credit rules. So don't get confused between these two. Another important point which you need to keep in mind is that Indian Council for Forestry Research and Education, which is ICFRE, is designated as the Green Credit Program Administrator. Very important. Very important. Green Credit Registry will be also created for this. Next, India's achievement against the NDC's nationally determined contribution. Guys, nationally determined contribution. Okay, India for the first time submitted in 2015. And under this, there were two targets. There are many targets, but there are two distinct targets which India has completed. Which are these two targets which India has completed? Reducing the emission intensity of GDP by 33 to 35% by 2030 from 2005 level and achieving 40% cumulative electric power installed capacity from non-renewable fuel resource by 2030. So India has already achieved these two. You can see here 43% we have reached the non-fossil fuel based energy. So 40% was the target. We have already achieved 43%. And guys, as far as the reducing of this thing, reducing of emission intensity is concerned, that also we have achieved. You can see here, we have achieved that also. Emission intensity of the GDP has been reduced to 33% between 2005 and 2019. So we have achieved these two targets before our target. The target was 2030, but we have achieved before it. And therefore, Government of India has updated its NDC. This updated NDC, now the target is 45% emission intensity reduction. And you can see here the renewable energy target is 50%. Non-fossil fuel energy is target is 50%. So from, you can see from 40%, the target is now 50%. And from 33%, the target is 45%. So this too is very, very important. You need to keep in mind. Next, let us move on, guys. Let us move on. You can see here the 20th COP of UNFCCC. Here, the important point you need to keep in mind that there was a first global stocktake. There was a first global stocktake at UAE, okay, COP 28. This is very, very important. And there was operationalization of loss and damage fund. So these two initiatives you need to keep in mind. First, global stocktake and operationalization of the loss and damage fund are the two highlights of the COP 28. Next, India submitted its third national communication. Very important. In this third national communication, one point which is very important is out of all emissions coming out of India, the contribution of energy sector is the highest. The contribution of energy sector is the highest. Then it is followed by agriculture. Energy sector is 75%. Then agriculture is 13%. Then industrial processes and product use is 8%. And last but not the least is the waste. Waste is responsible for 2.34% of the greenhouse gas emission. Again, this is very, very important. Okay, they can give you sequence. Okay, arrange in ascending order, descending order. Next, Mission Life. Guys, you all know Mission Life was launched by India at the UNFCCC conference in 2022. In 2022, not in 2023, in 2022. So what is this Mission Life? Mission Life is basically an individual behavior centric movement where we are focusing on change in individual human behavior so that we can achieve climate resilient future. We can achieve climate resilient future. This is a very, very important program. Government of India is basically projecting this as a very important program because, guys, we can only fight climate change when we as individuals start becoming more vigilant as far as our negative and positive impact on environment is concerned. Next, Indian Cooling Action Plan. This is a very, very important topic. Last year also there was a question on this related to this. So India is the first country in the world to come out with a comprehensive cooling action plan which seeks to provide an integrated vision towards cooling across sectors encompassing reducing cooling demand, refrigerant transition, enhancing energy efficiency and better technology options with 20-year horizon. During hydrofluorocarbon phase out management plan stage 2 implementation. Okay, so we all know that hydrochlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so these are very, very important chemical substances which are basically used in cooling agents. So this is very, very important. We have to phase this out because they are responsible for what? Ozone depletion. So you can see here, this is responsible for ozone depletion. So very, very important. Hydrochlorofluorocarbons, HCFCs. Okay, you need to prepare this also. Very, very important. Okay, I think last year there was a question on this also. Okay, let us now move on. Okay. Forest conservation. In forest conservation, Ramsar sites. So number of Ramsar sites have been increasing with every passing year. No need to remember the number of Ramsar sites because it is increasing every year. Okay, next, Amrit Dharovar Yojana. Amrit Dharovar Yojana is basically for conservation of Ramsar sites in India. Next, you can see Forest Conservation Act has been amended. So you need to know a little bit about amendment also. In this, you can see the focus of Government of India is in increasing the protected areas. You can see here, number of protected areas have been rising in India. Particularly the number of community reserves is also rising. Very, very important. Then guys, as per the forest report, there also you see there is an increase in area of forest and tree cover. Next comes the MISTI program. MISTI program, which is about restoration of the mangroves. Guys, mangroves is a very important ecosystem. You can expect a question on mangroves this year. They can directly ask MISTI, or they can ask you overall a question on mangroves. In MISTI scheme, you need to keep in mind that they have linked MISTI with National Kampa Authority for allocation of funds under MISTI. So the fund will come from this National Kampa Authority, very important. Then blue flag beaches. Blue flag certification is basically certification for the beaches. How many Indian beaches have this blue flag certification? You also know this, very important. Next, let us move on, guys. Okay, guys, I would like to tell you that if you are preparing for the prelims 2024, you can go for my important question series, which is the Optima series. Very important. I am including all these important topics in my important question series, which is the Optima question series. Or you can also opt for the Lakshya test. If you are struggling in CSAT, we are giving entire CSAT guidance in our Lakshya test. Lakshya test also includes Optima. Lakshya test includes 10 NCERT test, 15 advanced level test, 15 current affairs test, 8 Optima sectional test, 8 Optima full length test, and 10 CSAT test. Along with that, free CSAT mentoring, around 100 hours of CSAT guidance is provided. Or if you are short of time and you only want important questions, then you can go for Optima series also. Let us move on, guys. Okay, Parivesh portal. You can see here Parivesh portal is very important. Parivesh portal is basically for environmental clearances. Next, you can see circular economy. In circular economy, there is a mission circular economy in India, and in that 10 waste categories have been included. So they can ask you that in mission circular economy, how many waste categories are included? So in India, 10 waste categories are included: lithium-ion batteries, e-waste, toxic waste, scrap metal, tire and rubber, end-of-life vehicles, gypsum, used oil, municipal solid waste, and solar panels. Very important. Next, as far as wildlife conservation is concerned, translocation of cheetah. Cheetah is very important. Okay, Kuno National Park, very important. These cheetahs have been brought from South Africa and Namibia. Okay, very important. Next, 50 years of Project Tiger, very important, guys. Because of the 50 years of Project Tiger, Government of India has been launching another important program, which is called International Big Cat Alliance. Very important. Which are these big cats? You should know. Tiger is included in that. Next, the BSI and ZSI. Okay, they both have come out with a documentation, a digital documentation of, you can see, 16,500 specimens. Okay, so in the 10 biogeographic zones of India. So this is also very important in the Himal Geo portal. In the Himal Geo portal. Okay, so this Himal Geo portal is also very important. So guys, this was it. Again, I would like to tell, I have included these are important topics which I have just gone through in our Optima test. Please do take our Optima test.